Rolling. Hey, well, hey, Shalom.
Shalom.
Akim. Shalom. All right, we the brothers, you know, from Great Millstone. You know, I'm here with the Charlotte brothers. You know, we coming back through the spirit of Yahweh Bashim Shai to bring another lesson. Hopefully, it's edifying.
That's right.
We're gonna start out giving our praises, glory, and honor to
Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai.
All right, Bashim Rukah Kodash. Double honors unto the apostles and elders that rule well and push out this word at a high frequency. Peace and salutations to the elect laboring around the four corners of the earth, giving all diligence to make the calling of election sure. Shalom to all of you brothers.
Shalom.
You know, this live stream, you know, me and the brother Ashiyar, you know, we was breaking bread earlier, vibing in the spirit, and we were speaking about, you know, the fruits of the Lord and how we are laborers, how we are gatherers of the Lord's fruits, and the Lord fruits being what? Though these spirits, that's a part of that number. All right. So we are on a mission right now in this American society to find the Lord's lost treasures or the lost fruits and bring them back to Him. Meaning, how do we bring them back to Him? By teaching them the name and getting them to repent and turn back to the Lord.
That's right.
All right. And that fruit or that labor will be accounted towards your walk. You'll get credit for bringing that person back to the Lord.
That's right.
You know?
That's right.
So, you know, we could start with Sirach chapter 33, verse 16, and, you know, we'll just, you know, flow in the spirit.
Go off there.
You want to say anything, brother, you know?
Hey, you know, it's all about the edification of the body. That's why we come out here and push this work like we do, man, you know? Because once the elect is sealed, hey, Lord willing, we part of that number and we be out of here, man.
That's right. That's right.
And the time is now where that fruit is being gathered, all right? The fruit is being declared, all right? You're seeing the prophets, you're seeing the true men of the Lord, you know?
That's right. That's right. You got
Sirach 33:16.
Uh-huh.
This is Ecclesiasticus 33:16. It says, I awaked up last of all, as one that gathered after the great gatherers.
Yeah, see, we are the gatherers, all right? We gathering fruit, the fruits of the Lord. Meaning what? These different men out here that's in the world that's already predestined for salvation. We have to gather them now, all right? So we gatherers of grapes. Go ahead.
By the blessing of the Lord Yahweh, I profited.
Right. See, by the blessings of the Lord, I profited. Because how? Because it say, Paul planteth, Apollos watereth, but the Lord give the increase or the blessing. You know? So the Lord is going to bring an increase of fruit by our laborers, by our method of gathering, which is doing 3 videos a week, going to the highways and byways and constantly praying and staying in the spirit.
That's right.
Because we're doing these things, we're going to start to see profit or gain by way of what? More fruit. All right? And the more fruit that we gather, good fruit now. We ain't talking about just any old nigga. You know? We talking about good quality fruit.
That's right.
The more that we gather that good quality fruit, the closer we get to our redemption and salvation.
That's right.
You know? Go ahead, bro.
And filled my wine press.
Tread.
Excuse me. And tread.
Uh-huh.
And tread my wine press like a gatherer of grapes.
See, it says, and tread my wine press like a gatherer of grapes. And that's symbolic of what? That's symbolic of enjoying the fruits of your labor.
That's right.
You know, now because you gathered the grapes, now you can tread the wine to drink a glass of wine. And that's what's going to happen when we get in the kingdom of heaven. We're going to see the benefits of the fruits of our labor. You know, we're going to see profit, gain. We're going to see an established society under the helm of Yahweh Bashim Shai and King David.
Yep.
You know, we'll be able to actually relax and enjoy the fruits of our labor, man. You know, you can go to the next scripture, verse 2,
Verse 2?
Verse 17.
This is Ecclesiasticus 33:17. It says, consider that I labor not for myself only.
Yeah, see, when we go out to the highways and byways, hey, we not just out there for ourselves, you know. Of course, you know, that's a part of us being out there to receive individual salvation, but also to turn other brothers back to salvation.
That's right.
You know, so we have to consider that, man. I'm not only out there for myself. So it's like, you know, when you coming up with excuses why you can't come to work, and you don't want to come to work, and you getting tired, you ain't considering that there may be a brother that walked past the camp today that if you was out there, you could have gathered him. You could have brought him back to salvation. You know, because that's a part of our mission.
That's right.
You know, like Yahweh Shai said. He said, you know, he said he sent us out into the world. He said, teach to Israel repentance and that the kingdom of heaven is at hand.
Okay.
All right. So that's a part of our message to 144,000 and 1/3. Turn back, bro. You know, turn back to the Lord. You want to know his name? All right, here's his name. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai.
That's right.
Go pray to that name. Turn back. Get back into the scriptures. Get back into the word. You know, that's our duty. So we got to consider that we don't labor for ourselves only. Go ahead.
But for all them that seek learning.
Yeah, and there's men out here that seek learning. All right? They want to learn. They want to know more about Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai.
Okay.
You know, and how they going to know more? By us, by the prophets.
That's right.
You know, so we are the gatherers, man.
That's right.
And we have to carry ourselves like gatherers. You know, just because people, you know, like me and the brother Ashiya was saying earlier, just because you run into somebody or you encounter somebody that's not in the truth and don't got a big beard, and you know, that don't necessarily mean that they are 2/3, man.
That's right.
You just gotta plant the seed, and Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai gonna bring the increase in due season.
That's right.
That's right.
You know, some seeds grow in the winter, some seeds grow in the summer, some grow in the spring.
Okay.
Before you can see an increase, you might plant something 2 years and not see nothing come out the ground. And 2 years later, you see something sprouting out the ground.
Because it's all spiritual. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Like the brother says, it's all spiritual.
Okay.
You know, so we have to treat it as such. You know,
right.
I got something for you too. I'll share
Go
it
ahead.
if you
Go
want.
ahead.
All right, this is 1 Corinthians, chapter 3, verse 6. It says, "I have planted, Apollos watered, but the Most High gave the increase."
Right, and that's what we do, man. You know, spiritually, as like me and the brother was talking earlier, man. You know, we like that machine that throws them seeds out on the farm. You know what I'm saying? We just spiritually we're planting those seeds, but it's through the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai to give it the increase.
Mm-hmm.
All right, he's the one that's going to water and give the increase to that fruit.
That's right.
You know? So we spiritually we throwing them seeds out, and whoever's meant that's part of that elect, they'll grow from that. You know.
Mm-hmm. It says, verse 7, "So then neither is he that planteth anything, neither he that watereth, but Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai that giveth the increase."
God. So it's all through the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. He's the one that's gonna allow that seed to grow or not. You see? Because like, hey, seeds, like I said, seeds are being planted, man. You know, but only the elect are gonna take root. You know?
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna continue on reading.
Yep.
It says, this is verse 8. "Now he that planteth and he that watereth are one." All right, because we fellow laborers.
Yep.
You know, it says, "And every man shall receive his own reward according to his own labor." So that's why, you know, I'm not going to receive the reward that he's going to receive for what he's doing.
Okay.
That's why I have to make my calling of election sure, and vice versa.
That's right.
You know, so we're going to get rewarded according to our labor. So that's why the scriptures tell us to take heed therein how thou buildest upon the foundation.
Okay.
Meaning it got to be good, clean labor. You know, you can't be picking fruit and you still got the vine on off the apple with thorns and shit all on it. You know, get the thorns up off it, man.
Yep.
Work, like do
That's
good
right.
work. You go, cause then when the manager come back and he stick his hand in there, he might get hit by a thorn, prick.
Okay.
Like, yo, who bucket is this, man? Like, get all the stuff off the fruit, man.
Okay.
You know, and that's the same thing with us. We got to make sure that we labor and we got good labor, man. You know, but yeah, it's, you know, you already know.
Come on.
You know, now I'm gonna keep reading. It says, verse 9. It says, "For we are laborers together with the Most High.
Okay.
Ye are the Most High's husbandry. Ye are the Most High's building."
Got it.
You know,
Okay.
and that's what we are. We fellow laborers. All right. We represent the husbandry. Like when you look into what husbandry is, it deal with plants.
Okay.
You know, you have a certain plant stores and stuff like that is known as husbandry, meaning management. They have to manage the plants, the fruits.
Right.
And
Dress
that's-
in the vineyard.
Mhm.
You know. You got it up.
That's right, and that's what we're doing. So we have to carry ourselves like laborers, gatherers, man.
Okay.
Meaning we got to constantly be involved in this work, because
right.
you might run into some people out here on your day-to-day life. It might be the man that changed your oil.
Okay.
Not even consider you thinking that just because he a mechanic and he ain't watching GMS videos or he ain't in the truth that he just another nigga.
Right.
Nah, man. You gotta remember there is a 1/3 out here.
Yeah, I got a precept for you, brother.
Go ahead,
Just
bro.
to add on to that, because like the brother was saying, like the elder was saying, everybody we come across ain't gonna be a 2/3, man. And it's through the Spirit of the Lord that how He filters, you know. But this is Hebrews chapter 13, verse 1. It says, "Let brotherly love continue." Verse 2, the point, it says, "Be not forgetful to entertain strangers." You see? It says, for thereby some have entertained angels unawares. You see? So that's why every Jake that we encounter, he may not be a 2/3. He may be a part of the elect, man.
Yeah.
That's why it said be not forgetful to entertain strangers, man. Because that's saying God that you building with, you know, you don't know who He is. You know, it could be an angel of the Lord, just to see if you doing what you need to be doing at the camp. You know what I'm saying? Like the Most High, He does whatever He wants to do.
Yeah.
But the point is that, you know, it says be not forgetful to entertain strangers, for thereby some have entertained angels unaware, man. So,
Hey,
you know?
yep. And the scriptures also say, if at all possible, live peaceably amongst all men.
man.
God.
That's right.
Because why? Because you might run into a member of the elect,
Yep.
and you want to be careful not to rub them the wrong way for no reason.
God.
You know, so we got to be very meticulous with how we move out here. You know how the things that we doing. The scriptures say we got to walk honest amongst them that are without.
God.
You know, so we got to exemplify the spirit of Yahushua within us, because that's what intrigues people. Like, this man is so unique. He's different. You know, I like how he move. I like how he carry himself. What is he into? What is he about? Like, I wanna know more about this.
God.
Because they see Yahushua within each and every last one of us individually.
God.
And we're being that good example of what a laborer is, man.
That's right.
You know, or what a worker is. You know, even when you off the clock, you carrying yourself like you ready to go to work at any moment, man.
God.
That's right.
You know, because we got to gather the fruit. That's why the Lord set us up. We servants.
That's it.
So we got to go out here push this word, which represents the seed. You know, like it tells you in Matthew the 13th about the parable of the sower. You know, the word is the seed, and we dropping the word into men's spirit, and the Lord bring that increase in due season. And some men that they're a corruptible plant, and some men it's gonna blossom in this season.
Let's bring it out.
Yep, we got it, bro.
Matthew chapter 13.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna start at verse 3. Matthew 13, verse 3. It says, "And he spake many things unto them in parables, saying, Behold, a sower went forth to sow, which is to teach." All right. It says, and when he sowed, some seeds fell by the wayside, and the fowls came and devoured them up.
That's right. So you're gonna have some guys that, you know, they hear this truth, and just like that, man, they out of there. You know, they hear it go in one ear, go out the other, man.
God.
You know, go ahead.
It says, verse 5, it says, "Some fell upon stony places where they had not much earth, for with they sprung up because they had no depthness of earth."
So you're gonna have some men that's gonna come in, and they gonna put their hand to the plow with you for a season.
God.
You know, go ahead.
It said, and they weren't rooted.
Yeah, they wasn't rooted.
You know what I'm saying? It says, verse 6, "And when the sun was up, they were scorched because they had no root. They withered away."
That's right. So when that heat get applied, you know, when you find yourself in intense situations because you had no root, your whole spirit gets thrown off. It withers away.
God.
Because you don't have the root system to stabilize you.
That's right.
That's why the scriptures tell you that you got to be rooted and built up in Yahushua, meaning you got to get your foundation going.
God.
That's right.
You know, you got to get into the milk of this thing, man. Milk strengthens the bones.
That's right.
You know, that's how you stabilize, man. You know, go ahead, brother.
Verse 7, it says, Matthew 13, verse 7, "And some fell among thorns, and the thorns sprung up and choked them."
Yeah, some guys they be around for a minute. Next thing you know, a new doctrine, you know, come out, or a teaching come out, they get choked up.
Right.
A video may come out about another brother where he did something that probably wasn't right, get choked up, and you out, man.
Right.
The world, choke them up.
Yep.
You know, there's a number of things that choke men up, man.
God.
You know, you're going to have that. You know, go ahead, bro.
Yep. Verse 8, "But the other fell into good ground, and brought forth fruit, some 100-fold, some 60-fold, some 30-fold."
And that good seed that fell on good ground that's representation of the elect, the first fruits. All right, when the word was dropped in their spirit, and they got a good rooting system. They fell on good ground and they sprung up.
Yep. And
because they sprung up, now you starting to see fruit grow off from that one seed. Now you starting to see fruit, you know, and that's what's gonna happen to brothers. The spirit is gonna increase so much that one brother may bring in 100 people in one day. You know, may bring in 200-300 people in one day, in 1 week. You know, that's what this thing is gonna magnify to, man, because the power of the Lord is gonna be made manifest through His first fruits. You know. Go ahead, brother.
And that was the scripture right there. But like the brother was saying, during the time of Yahushua and the disciples, man, they had many of people that believed and followed them, man. And it's gonna be like that in these times now, man. You know, like the brother was going into, we was talking amongst the camp. Certain brothers, part of the elect, gonna get miracles. All right, people are gonna see those miracles, and they're gonna believe on Yahushua right then and there.
That's right.
And it's gonna be by the thousands, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
So so the same things that happened in the ancient world are gonna happen again today. You know, so that same fruit, all right, like the brother was going into, that fruit is gonna be it's gonna sprout.
That's right.
You know.
Yep. I got something for you too.
Come.
This is Luke chapter 6 verse 43. It says, "For a good tree bringeth not forth corrupt fruit,
Come.
neither doth a corrupt tree bring forth good fruit."
Right. And just to use an example of that, man, look at the elders and apostles, man. Look at the fruit from them, man. You know, the through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, from down to the apostles and the elders and the brothers on down. You know, look at the increase, man.
Yep.
Look at the brothers of worldwide, man.
Yeah.
That's right.
You see what I'm
And
saying?
look at the
God.
depth in the camp. You got some 60-man camp,
That's right.
50-man camp, 20-man camps,
God.
and you got other individual camps. You know they're scattered all throughout America, all over in Europe. You know, South America, Central America, throughout the islands.
God.
You
Africa.
know, Africa. You know, the Philistines. You know, that's how you measure a man up according to his fruit.
God.
And the word corrupt means what? Death or perishing. So how is a good tree gonna produce a rotten fruit, man?
God.
It's gonna produce good, healthy fruit, man.
That's right.
You know, because why? Because that seed is constantly being watered with this word.
That's right.
You know, so it's gonna be strong. It's gonna have good, strong roots.
Yep.
The tree is gonna be flowing with water. The branches is gonna be strong. The fruit hanging from the branches is gonna be juicy. You know, you bite into it, it's like a gusher, man.
God.
That's right.
That's good fruit.
God.
right.
Sweet.
Yep.
That's right.
Nutrients, vitamins, minerals, everything you need to grow.
Yeah.
You know, stay healthy.
That's symbolic of the elect.
Now,
God.
I got a quick precept. I just wanted to land back on what the elder brothers are saying. This is in Matthew, the 7th chapter. It's going right into, you know, being rooted. Matthew 7 and 24.
God.
It says, "Therefore, whosoever heareth these sayings of mine and doeth them, I will liken him unto a wise man, which built his house upon a rock." And that rock is being rooted.
God.
Yep.
You know, and that rock is Yahweh Shai.
That's right, brother.
It says, verse 25, "And the rain descended, and the floods came, and the winds blew, and beat upon that house,
God.
and it fell not."
Yeah, see that's going into the turbulent times that's coming.
Yeah.
You know, it's not gonna knock this house down. The house of David is not gonna be destroyed ever again.
That's right.
All right, it's being rebuilt now, like it tell you in Amos the 9th chapter.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's being rebuilt and established on a firm foundation, like which the brother just brought out. Which that foundation is who? Yahweh Shai.
That's right.
That's right.
And now that brothers is coming in and they building on top of the foundation properly.
God.
You know, and then you got men that try to come on the job and they try to, you know, they trying to lay electrical lines, and it's like, bro, you just supposed to paint.
That's right.
Nobody even told you to do that. You fucking the whole operation up. Step.
God.
That's right.
You know, that's what Jake do. They come in and be niggas on the job, be waiting around, you know, drinking beer, you know, being a nigga, picking up their nose. You know, that's symbolic when Jake come in this thing and they don't want to do the work.
Yep.
That's right.
Like,
Yep.
bro, you're no longer needed.
God.
You know, you could go work another job. You know, but this house of David, this house that's being built on properly by good righteous laborers, is never gonna be destroyed again, man.
That's right.
That's right.
You know, go ahead, brother.
God. For it was founded upon a rock.
Mhm.
And that was just the point.
Con, that's right, and that was a beautiful point, man. You know, so you gotta have a good foundation, a proper rooting system, man. You know, so when it's time to get pulled up, or some strong winds come, or some animals come, or whatever, you ain't gonna wither away. You still gonna be standing firm, man. You know, and I got some more too to Luke 6. I'm gonna start at 44, and whoever want to break it down.
We get in.
All right, it says Luke 6 and 44. For every tree is known by his own fruit.
Mm-hmm.
For of thorns men do not gather figs, nor of a bramble bush gather they grapes. You know, so you ain't gonna go to a apple tree and pick an orange fruit. You know,
that's right.
You gonna be known by the fruit that you gonna be known by the seed that you planted.
That's right.
You know, if you plant an apple tree, it's gonna grow up and be an apple tree. If you plant a nigga tree, it's gonna grow up and be a nigga tree.
That's right.
You know, that's just what it's gonna be, man.
Nigga fruit.
Nigga fruit, and you gonna get nigga fruit. And that's what be happening. You know, you gotta, cause Jake don't put the right things in their spirit. They don't water their spirit, so what they watering the plants with swamp water. You know, they using, watering the seed with the swamp water.
Goddamn liquefied remains and shit, right? You know?
like using sodium chloride and shit to water the plant. And you wonder why you got decrepit fruit. You know, cause you ain't taking heed, man. You ain't giving it the proper water. Which is the scriptures. The scriptures is known as living waters.
That's right.
You gotta, and you gotta take that living waters and you gotta push it out there to the fruit so they can grow. And be strong, man. You know, so it just, brothers, as we going down in this journey, it's the year of prophecy. So one major prophecy that's gonna have to happen is exponential growth of the truth.
5 and 26.
You know,
Add on to that point.
That's one prophecy that must take place is an explosion of the truth. It's gonna see exponential growth.
That's it.
And we're gonna have to remember that, hey, just because certain people out here, they still celebrating Christmas or Halloween and Thanksgiving right now, that don't mean that they not a part of the elect. They just gotta wait to grow in due season, man.
That's right.
You know,
the Lord ain't on our time.
That's right.
You see, and people, you can easily, being in this flesh, you know what I'm saying, get out of place with that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because you worried about the Lord doing things on your time. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
The Lord has all this things strategically, planned out in the spirit. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, like the brother say, that brother might have, or that Jake that heard the word, that seed might have been planted, but it ain't time to grow yet.
Yeah.
But when the time is right, he'll grow.
He gonna grow. Hey, you got to look at some brothers that's in the walk now. Some brothers didn't come into the camp until 3 years after they heard the truth. 2 and 3 years, they didn't come into the camp or come down to the camp the same day they heard the truth. They had to get watered. They had to get rooted. They had to get built. They had to read. They had to study.
Right.
They had to filter through IUIC, ISUPK.
Yep.
Right. They had to go through all this cleansing method. Clipping the thorns and getting the brushing back the weeds.
Yep.
And then it was like, you know what, they got it, and I'm gonna go out there. So hey, that's the same thing with more fruit, man. Be considerate that the people who we encounter and come across on a day-to-day, all of them, you're not just gonna run 2/3. Everybody out here is 2/3 except for us 20 brothers in this city.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I know your neighbor could be a part of the elect.
That's right.
But you gonna always have niggas over there, man.
Right.
Now you gotta use wisdom. You gotta, bro.
Bring that out first, and I got you on this one.
Okay.
Right. This is Ephesians.
I got one after that.
Ephesians 5 and 26. It says that he might sanctify and cleanse it with the washing of the water by the word.
Right. So like the elder was going into, man. The word is symbolic of water, man. This word cleanses you, man.
Mm-hmm.
Into that new man. You know what I'm saying? Which part of that fruit, if you part of that first fruit, like we were speaking on earlier, you know what I'm saying, you're gonna be washed. You're gonna be washed through the spirit with these scriptures, man.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? I got a precept for you.
Okay.
We were saying, just harping on the point about, every brother ain't a 2/3. You know what I'm saying? Just having that filter in the spirit, so to speak. But this is Romans 14 verse 5. One man esteemeth one day above another esteemeth every day alike. Let every man be fully persuaded in his own mind.
Ooh, see that? They say let every man be fully persuaded in his own mind. Meaning, hey, you gotta give a man some time to get persuaded.
Done.
You know. Now the scriptures say put not off from day to day to turn to the Lord.
Done.
But you know, when you planting this seed and you putting this fruit out there, you know, you got to remember that the Lord is the one that bring the increase. We can't make. We've been out. The apostles and elders been out there for 30. You know, Apostle Hart 30 years. Some of the other apostles 20, 25 plus, 20 plus, 15 plus. They've been out there, and all the members of the elect ain't fully in it yet.
Done.
You know, so they still gotta wait. They can't make the increase happen, man. It gotta be the Lord.
That's right.
You know, it has to be the Lord. So just remember, brothers, that when we at camp and we pushing that word out there and we dropping the seed on people and people walking past, they not stopping, they not really showing interest. Just remember that these people, they see us, man.
That's right.
They know that what we teaching about. They see us out there every week. And there's gonna come a point in time in the world where this whole society is gonna shift, and it's gonna cause that seed to grow.
That's right.
It's because through that fear, man. That the Lord said persuade you. We persuade you through the fear of the Lord. So the Lord is gonna put fear in these people, and it's gonna cause their ass to get right.
That's right.
And then they're gonna see the power in the Lord being manifested through the elect, and it's gonna cause that remnant to come in, man.
That's right.
So we gotta be patient. We gotta be patient with this ministry. We gotta understand what this job description entails, man.
God.
You know, it's production based. You know, this truth is based on production. It ain't no hourly wages, man.
That's right.
You know, it's about the work we put in. The more work we put in, the more we reap the benefits of our labor. But we got to be putting in work.
God.
You know, go ahead, bro.
It's Isaiah 49, verse 5. And now saith Yahweh Shemi Yahushua that formed me from the womb to be his servant, to bring Jacob again to him.
That's right. See, to be a servant, we have to bring Jacob, the elect, the remnant, back to Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, man.
God.
Just as we were brought back by the teachings of the apostles and the elders.
God.
They turned us back through the Spirit. And now we're going to have to do the same thing, all right? Which we are doing the same thing. You know, we turning people back to righteousness, man. Hey, somebody may come past the camp, and they may check us out, and they might agree.
God,
like, man, peace to y'all, brothers, you know. And you might not see that dude again.
That's right.
But know that seed is there, man.
That's right.
And know that if he was a part of the elect, it's going to grow in due season. His lot probably may not be to be a prophet. The Lord may have another special role for him, man.
God.
You know? But just know that this seed, this word is going out. These seeds are being planted. A lot of people know about the Israelites.
That's right.
That's right.
You know? So we doing a hell of a job, brothers. You know? Go ahead, brother.
It says, and now saith Yahweh Shemi Yahushua that formed me from the womb to be his servant, to bring Jacob again to him. Though Israel be not gathered, yet shall I be glorious in the eyes of Yahweh Shemi Yahushua, and my power shall be my strength. It says, and he said, it is a light thing that thou should be my servant to raise up the tribes of Jacob.
See? Say this, man, it is a light thing.
Light thing.
You know? Meaning this thing that we doing, man, this is just the light part, man.
God.
You know, wait till when we get in the kingdom of heaven and we're gonna have to rule nations.
God.
You know, have certain cities, you know, they have whole cities just set up to you know, exalt you.
God.
Museums about what you did in Babylon.
God.
You know, your name is just great amongst that particular city. Everybody in that city, they show reverence towards you because you show reverence towards Yahweh Bashim Yahushua.
God.
So this is just a light part of it, man.
That's 10 and 30.
You know?
Be a good one too. Isaiah 49, verse 6. And he said, it is a light thing that thou shouldest be my servant, to raise up the tribes of Jacob, and to restore the preserved of Israel. I will also give thee for a light to the Gentiles, that thou mayest be my salvation unto the ends of the earth.
See that? He said he's going to give us as a light towards the Gentiles. All right? So even the mystery of the Gentiles got to be fulfilled, man.
Okay.
Well, they're going to try to market us and push us as a black crime, hate group. And then the Lord going to offset that when he start bringing in them confusion of faces.
Okay. That's
right.
Straight up Asian looking Jakes in Great Millstone camps.
Okay.
You know? Straight up East Indian looking Jakes up in Great Millstone. What you going to say then?
Right.
You know? This thing is about to jump off.
God.
This thing is about to pop at any moment, man. And I'm talking about this truth.
God.
You know, it's gonna take off. It's gonna show exponential growth.
That's right.
You know, and exponential growth means what? A slow, gradual increase, and then it just peak,
Right.
That's right.
just shoot out the roof. Well, that's what's about to happen to this truth. It's about to show exponential growth, man.
That's right, brother.
We just got to be patient.
right.
You know. Go ahead, bro.
This is 1 Corinthians 9 and 16. For though I preach the gospel, I have nothing to glory of, for the necessity is laid upon me. Yea, woe is me if I preach not the gospel.
Hey, the scriptures say, "Woe is me if I preach not the gospel, man," because you ain't putting your hand in that plow, man. You ain't laboring.
Come,
You ain't gathering no fruit, man.
come.
Like the brother just brought out, man. We supposed to be turning Jacob back. We
right.
supposed to be the righteous example to our people. You know.
Come.
And it takes certain things. Hey, sometimes it takes certain things to wake Jacob. Sometimes the word alone can't wake Jacob. Sometimes they got to see a miracle. Sometimes they got to be catching hell out here.
That's right.
But you know, in that day, if they repent to the Lord's gonna hear them.
Come.
You know, you gonna have a lot of niggas. They ain't gonna be repenting to the Lord in that day, because the Lord ain't trying to hear that from them niggas, man. But there's some people that's out here scattered throughout America right now that just because they not in the truth right now, or just because they not calling on the name of Yahweh Bashim Shai, that does not mean that they are a 2/3. And we have to constantly remember that, man.
Come.
You know, Yahweh Shai spoke to thousands at once, man.
That's right.
That's right.
You know, thousands, and all of them out of them thousands, they believe.
That's right.
You know, they actually believe because they saw what? They saw the works, the miracles that was done through the power of that name.
That's right.
And
That's
we're
right.
getting ready to go right into it, man.
Come.
You know, you got any more?
Yeah,
for
God.
that?
If we can get that next too,
Okay,
a miracle if you want
yep.
to, you know. I
I
got
will,
something for you.
I'll do that.
All right, this is Sirach or Ecclesiasticus 36, verse 10. I'm sorry, verse 10 to read down. Ecclesiasticus 36, verse 10. Smite in asunder the heads of the rulers of the heathen that say there is none other but we. Verse 11. And you can tie that into Psalms 83. You know what I'm saying? But it says, verse 11, it says, gather all the tribes of Jacob together and inherit thou them as from the beginning.
Hey, that's what we doing. We gathering all the tribes, man. That's why we got the 12 tribes sign out there.
That's right.
All right. If an Ephraimite walk past the camp and he, want to make some inquisition, we can let him know, hey, you come out the tribe of Ephraim, man. You know, you Puerto Ricans, y'all are Ephraimites, or
right.
Whatever tribe, man. So we can bring them back. We can turn them back. We set up to condemn, but we also dare to preach repentance. So it has to be a balance on how on the methods of teaching.
That's right.
Every person that come up, hey, you ain't always got to curse them out, man. Edify them. Hit them with the truth, man. Bring the truth out, man. And some people that want to buck up against it, hey, you might got to, get a little aggressive or, curse them out. But for the most part, man, hit him with that word.
That's right.
See how he gonna react to the truth. And if he react according to how he's supposed to act, you might have gained a brother.
That's right.
Go ahead, bro.
It says, verse 12, O Yahweh Shem Yahushua, have mercy upon the people that is called by thy name, and upon Israel, whom thou hast named thy firstborn.
That's right. And that's how you know right there that the Lord is only gonna save Israelites.
That's right.
He ain't saving no Moabites, man. Ain't no Edomites gonna make it out of here. Only Israelites.
That's right.
So that should be our main focus.
That's right.
Edifying, man. You can go into the 10 tribes, who they are. Go into break down who the tribe of Simeon is. Break down we got people we may have to reach in other countries, man.
That's right.
Other places around the world, man, that you're not familiar with, and the only way you can connect with them is through the Spirit.
That's right.
Because we got brothers. These brothers come from all kind of different backgrounds. But how do we connect? Through the Spirit.
That's right.
So that means what? We got to bring the Spirit out. We got to push the Spirit of Yahweh Bashim Shai out here so it can catch the ears of these people.
That's right.
And we doing that work, man.
That's right.
God. Verse 13, it says, O be merciful unto Jerusalem, thy holy city, the place of thy rest. Fill Zion with thy unspeakable oracles, and thy people with thy glory.
That's right. And that's what we doing, man. When we go out here and we push this word, man. All right, we filling the world with the power and the name of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua.
That's right.
And as we continue to do so, that power is going to physically manifest into our vessels, and we're going to be examples of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua on the earth.
That's right.
And a lot of people are going to see it, and they're going to want to make inquisition. They're going to want to know, how did you do that?
Right.
God.
Who are you praying to? What are you doing every day? What
That's
you
right.
reading? You reading the Bible?
God.
That's right.
Where? Show me that. I want to know that. So the name is that. That's who I pray to. Next thing you know, they believe in, because they see the power actually being manifested through you, and that's what you call gathering, man. All right, that's what you call some good, clean labor.
That's it.
You know, and that's what we want, man. The sincere brothers, that's what we desire. We desire to see the power of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua being recognized on the planet Earth.
God.
You know? Go ahead, brother.
And it's going into what you said, verse 15, Sirach 36 and 15. Give testimony unto those that thou hast possessed from the beginning,
Oh, man.
and raise up prophets that have been in thy name.
That's right. It say give testimonies to those that have been there since the beginning, which represents what? The first fruits.
That's right.
Because the elect of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua are the first fruits, or the first spirits created on the planet Earth.
God.
They are the first spirits ever created. All right? Meaning those are the first fruits of Yahweh Shai. All right? And he's using those first fruits to gather more fruit.
That's right.
You know? So that the harvest, all right, the harvest is going, it can be plenteous. So when Yahweh Shai gets in the kingdom of heaven, he can enjoy what he started.
God.
Now he getting praise not only from the first fruits, but other fruits as well.
God.
He getting praise from the Gentiles. He getting praise from the first fruits, they children, they women, you know, the apostles, elders, they family. And he just sitting on the throne getting all that praise and that glory and that honor. And he's
right.
gonna give that same praise and that glory and that honor to his first fruit.
That's right.
You know, this thing is about to be magnified in the earth, something serious beyond it's gonna be beyond our belief.
That's
man.
right.
That's right.
When it starts happening, we're gonna be like,
right.
this is some serious power here.
God.
That's right.
You know? Is it more, brother?
Yeah, one more.
Okay, come.
Sirach 36 and 16. It says, reward them that wait for thee, and let thy prophets be found faithful.
That's right. It says, reward them that wait for thee. That's why the scriptures say, wait ye upon the Lord. All right? You got to wait till it's time to get off, man. It ain't time to get off work right now.
God.
You know? That's just what it is. It's just not time to get out of work. You know, we still got more work to do. You know? Which we, you know, through the Spirit, I perceive that, hey, you know, we almost done. You know, but, hey, it ain't done yet.
God.
You know, we still got to hit these highways and gaps. We
right.
still got to do these videos. We still got to pray. We still got to edify. We still got to study. You know, we got to get it in, man, so that we can actually rest,
God.
chill out. I got something for you. Real
Go
quick,
ahead.
too,
Yep.
This is Matthew's. Hold up. Matter of fact, I'm gonna start at Matthew 9 and 35. It says, and Yahweh Shai went about all the cities and villages, teaching in their synagogues and preaching the gospel of the kingdom.
Yep.
So Yahweh Shai stayed preaching the kingdom, man. You know, it says, and healing every sickness and every disease among the people. But when he saw the multitudes, he was moved with compassion on them, because they fainted and were scattered abroad as sheep having no shepherd. So even Yahweh Shai was had a compassionate spirit towards his people, man. So what more us, man, when we trying to get salvation?
God.
We trying to defeat death, you know? So we gotta, you know, sometimes incorporate a level of compassion, not towards 2/3, don't get me wrong. You know?
It's a balance.
It's a balance, because you're gonna have to hate niggas too now.
God.
God.
You know, you can't accept all that bullshit, but hey, you know, you're gonna have certain jakes that's cool and laid back and just chill. They ain't really got no problem with the truth.
Yep.
Hey man, let them
Got
be.
something for
You know, let them be. You know? Go ahead, bro. And I'm gonna jump back.
Just land back on the what the brother was saying. You know, it's a balance when you're dealing with Jake. You know, but here's the scripture I want to build off of.
Okay,
this
brother.
This is Ezekiel, chapter 2, verse. I really can start at the top, but I'm gonna get straight to the point.
Come on.
Right? It says Ezekiel chapter 2, verse 6. It says, and thou, son of man, be not afraid of them, neither be afraid of their words, though briars and thorns be with thee, and thou doest dwell among scorpions, Be not afraid of their words, nor be dismayed at their looks, though they be a rebellious house. All right. Now, damn, that's not the scripture. The one about making your face as hard against their face. Oh, here
It
we
should
go.
be 3 and
I got it.
yeah.
Verse 9.
Yep.
Salaki, Ezekiel 3 and 9. That's what I wanted. All right. I'm gonna start at verse 8. Behold, I have made thy face strong against their faces, and their forehead strong against their foreheads.
Yeah,
And-
meaning you're not supposed to be intimidated by no corrupt fruit, man.
That's right.
You know, like man, whatever. You know, we got the truth.
That's right.
You know, just because we don't look grimy don't mean that we ain't we ain't men.
Con,
You know, we just don't look grimy. We ain't no thug, gangster, rough around the edge nigga.
con,
right.
All right, but we men.
con.
right.
So the Lord say He made our face hard against their face, man.
Right.
You know.
So we gonna clash though.
Yeah.
That's what's gonna happen. Sometimes you're gonna clash with Jake, but the balance is, you work off that Jake spirit. If he's coming in a sincere spirit, and he's not aggressive, then we deal with him, cordially. You know what I'm
Right,
saying? But if
right.
he coming up on some rebellious nigga shit, then we gonna deal with him as such, man.
Con.
You know, so that's the balance that I wanted to explain, man. Because, like you said, you know, you're gonna be compassionate with Jake, but there's a balance to it.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
That's right.
Because Yahweh Shai, not only will He have compassion, He'll get on your ass.
Con.
That's right.
Like in John the 2nd chapter, when he went into the temple, he said, "Don't make my Father's house a house of merchandise." And
That's
he
right.
Con.
and he beat and drove the people out of there and turned over the tables.
Con.
So you know, it's a balance to that, man.
Con.
You know, but see, you know, when you balancing that, you always got to remember, hey, compassion and mercy. You know, because Yahweh Bashimao Shai, he's gonna have mercy on His elect. So you know, hey, some people, you know, you're gonna have to have mercy on in that day.
Con.
You know, you got to judge situations with mercy, man.
Con.
You know, and that's what we going into, man. It's going to be droves of people.
Right.
We're gonna have to know how to judge, you know, hundreds, 200s, 300s, thousands. We're gonna have to know how to judge that, man.
Con.
You know, and I'm gonna go to I'm gonna keep reading in Matthew 9.
You got it.
Okay, Matthew 9 and 37. It says, "Then saith he unto his disciples, the harvest truly is plenteous, but the laborers are few."
But the laborers are few, man. You see? And that's going into the elect, man. Because there's only a small number of individuals on the planet that's going to be doing this, man. You know? And Lord willing, we feel that we're part of that number. You know, the scriptures say that we dare not make ourselves the number. But
Yep.
we have to operate with a level of confidence in this thing, too.
Huh.
Not in the sense of pride and
Right,
arrogance.
yeah. Like I'm that nigga.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
But we have to operate with that level of confidence because, you know, Satan will try to play with your mind, man.
You get that demon, that doubt demon.
Con. So, like, everything is balanced is what I'm trying to say, man.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep.
So,
Even with your labor,
Con.
you know, you gotta balance it out with your labor, man.
Con.
You know, you shouldn't be trying to go all deep into areas that you really don't got a good, proper understanding on.
Con.
You know, now you next thing you know, you out there hooking unclean fish when you supposed to be closer to the banks. You all out in the deep,
That's right.
Con.
grabbing all kind of crabs and unclean fish, trying to bring it back.
Con.
Like, bro, I didn't even tell you to go out there. Just stay up on the banks.
Con.
You know, that's where all the clean fish is at. You way out there. So sometimes you gotta balance your work. You know, you got men trying to put 10, 15 videos up a week going all deep. Like, bro, you ain't even got to do all that.
Con.
You know, balance that out. You know, because you will hurt yourself if you work too hard.
Con.
Preserve your energy, man. Don't burn yourself out. Pace yourself. You know, verse 38. It says, "Pray ye therefore the Lord of harvest that He will send forth laborers into His harvest." All right, and that harvest represents the elect. You know, that's why it says the harvest is plenteous, meaning the work. It's a lot of work to do. It's a lot of members of the elect. It's going to be the minority of the nation of Israel, but it's still going to be a lot of people. You know,
Con.
because Israel is like the sand of the sea. You know, so out of the whole nation of Israel, there are going to be millions of Israelites saved, man.
Con.
It's going to be millions of Israelites that's going to make it, but majority of the Israelites is not going to make it.
Con.
You know, so we got to move with that level of discernment, that level of discretion, understanding like what this job description really is. You know, understanding that, hey, some of these people out here could possibly be of the elect, man.
That's right.
You know, your neighbor, right? They live right next door to you. You're not even considering that he could possibly be of that number because he ain't out there on the highways and byways with you right now.
Con.
Like, nah, bro, the Lord got a trick up his sleeve that he gonna use to bring him in.
That's it.
You know, so we gotta just always remember that. You know, when you out in the field picking cotton and just out the blue, your boss come hand you some water and say, hey, water in a hot plate. You know, like here, get the, you can gather more now. It energizes you. That's what the Lord is gonna do, man.
Yeah,
all the way down.
I was reading over that.
That's all I had, brother.
No, that's beautiful, brother.
Right,
Just add on to you.
It's a precept to kind of continue with the point you were saying. This is Hebrews 10 and this Hebrews 10 and 35.
Yep.
It says, "Cast not away, therefore, your confidence, which hath great recompense of reward."
Right, so that's what I was saying earlier, man. We got to operate with a level of confidence, man. All right, because that's what's going to help us endure. You know what I'm saying? But there's a reward, for enduring this work. Keep going.
Verse 36, "For ye have need of patience, that after ye have done the will of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, ye might receive the promise."
Right, it says after you have done the will of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. You see? That's doing the work, man. The scriptures say, didn't Yahushua say that I'm about my Father's business?
That's right.
So how much more us? All right, keep going.
Verse 37, "For yet a little while, and he that shall come will come, and will not tarry."
That's right, keep going.
Verse 38, "Now the just shall live by faith.
Mm-hmm.
But if any man draw back, my soul shall have no pleasure in him."
Right, see, so which links up with Luke 9 and 62.
Yep.
You see?
Yep.
You can, once you put your hand to the plow, you can't stop.
That's right.
Scriptures tell you, remember Lot's wife, man. You can't look back, man.
Yep.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So, because we're laboring for the elect, man.
Right.
We're laboring for salvation, man. All right, keep going.
Verse 39, "But we are not of them who draw back unto perdition."
See? The scriptures say, but we are not of them who draw back into perdition, man. These fallouts,
Yep.
these scoffers, you see?
Yeah.
They drew back and they fell into perdition. Because really, these niggas gonna be destroyed, man. It might seem like they're winning right now. They dropping the videos,
Right.
putting brothers' information out, just being demons and shit.
Yeah.
But they're gonna be destroyed. They drew back into perdition, man.
Yep. They're gonna meet destruction on
Right.
that path, and they a lot of you scoffers and scorners, y'all gonna be trying to sneak around us in that day,
Come.
trying to
Come.
act like you wasn't scoffing. The spirit gonna already have you zoned out, man.
Come.
You ain't gonna try to do all this shit talking. Then when shit pop off, you gonna try to come around like, nah, man,
Right. I didn't mean that.
Yeah, like, nah, bro.
Right.
And just imagine, for the brothers that's in this thing, imagine when you can clearly confirm, like, through the spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, I woke these 100 people up.
Come.
Like, you can confirm it when you know what I'm saying? Like, do you understand the reward you're gonna get?
That's right.
When you got 100, 200 people that you can clearly say, like, through the spirit, I woke these people up, and turn them back to you, Lord.
Come. And be accounted for.
Bro,
That's right.
the reward for it is gonna be nuts.
That's right.
The reward that Yahweh Bashem Yahushua gonna give us is gonna be crazy. But that means we gotta labor first, though.
God.
We gotta turn them back first. And Jake being stiff-necked, sometimes it's hard to turn Jake back.
Yep.
But when you can turn that stiff-necked spirit back to the Lord, that's an honorable duty. That's
right.
an honorable work, man.
That's right.
And you will be 100% accommodated for that reward, for that labor.
That's right.
You will be. So that's why we got to make sure that when we in this thing, we doing it the right way.
That's right.
It's a way to do this truth, and it's a way not to do it. If we do this thing the right way, we will see fruit. We will have 200-300 souls that we can just confirm and say, hey, how about Shema Shai? Through the spirit that you gave me, I found all of these fruit.
Come.
And I turn them back to you.
Come.
Hey, well done, my servant. Here's your crown, man. Welcome to the kingdom of Yahweh Bashem Shai. Let's set this thing up in the earth.
That's right.
That'll be hard, bro.
It's hard, bro.
That's right.
That's hard. What you got it, brother?
Man, it just
And I got one after that.
this had me. What you were saying just had me thinking about the talents
Oh, shit.
that Yahweh Shah was going into. Miles, break that down.
Gone.
This is Luke. All right, Luke chapter 19. You have something too?
No, go ahead. You can.
Okay, all right. Luke 19. We're gonna start at verse 12. Luke 19 and 12. It says, a certain nobleman went into a far country to receive for himself a kingdom and to return. Verse 13, and he called 10 servants and delivered them 10 pounds. And he said unto them, occupy till I come.
Yeah, so that's what we're supposed to be doing. We're supposed to be taking the spirit of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua that was allocated unto us, and we're supposed to be gaining. We're supposed to be adding to it, man. We're supposed to take them talents that the Lord gave us, and we're supposed to flip it, increase. All right, go ahead.
It says, verse 14, but his citizens hated him and sent a message after him, saying, we will not have this man to reign over us.
Yeah, so that's some of you niggas that come into the truth. You don't want that spirit of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua to reign over you. All right, you want to do it how you want to do it.
Yep.
You know the formula.
Got the answers, way.
you got the answers. When your ass really don't.
God.
Nigga. You know?
Verse 15. Hey, verse 15. It says, and it came to pass that when he returned, having received the kingdom.
Yeah, when Yahweh Shah comes back. Go ahead.
Having received the kingdom, then he commanded these servants to be called unto him, to whom he had given the money.
Right, which is all you guys that came into the truth. Nobody came into this truth unequipped.
Okay.
Everybody had tool supplies. Everybody had a utility belt to get the job done.
Okay.
Everybody had a hammer, nails. All right. Everybody had proper equipment to get the job started. The Lord didn't start nobody on the job without assisting them in the necessary tools that they needed. And nobody can say that they wasn't provided the proper tools, man. You know. Go ahead, brother.
To whom he had given the money that he might know how much every man had gained by trading.
Right, and how do you gain by trading? By taking your gift and pushing it into the body.
That's it.
You know, linking up, doing these videos, going to the highways and byways, edifying. You know, always there, being charitable, fellowshipping. All right, you actually connecting through the spirit, and I'm gaining a little bit of this brother's spirit, and he's taking a little bit of mine.
That's right.
So we becoming spiritually connected. Same thing with this brother. You know, we gaining through trading.
Right.
After I go back to Atlanta and these brothers go back into their normal lives, they have actually grown from this encounter that we had.
That's it.
All of us.
That's right.
You know, so the Lord said He's gonna see how much you gain by trading.
That's right.
You know, go ahead, bro.
It's verse 16. Luke 19:16. Then came the first saying, Lord, thy pound have gained 10 pounds. And verse 17. All right, so this brother, he got fruit.
Yeah.
He woke men up. He said this brother, he has gained 10 pounds, man.
Yep.
10 brothers,
He increased.
Increased. All right, verse 17. And he said unto him, well thou good servant, because thou hast been faithful in a very little, have thou authority over 10 cities.
That's right. That's your reward. Your reward for your labors. Your reward for increasing. All right. You're going to be made a ruler over 10 cities. You know. Now that's a heavy reward. You understand you being a king over 10 cities? What kind of glory you going to get from your citizens? What kind of accolades come with that? It's going to be nuts, man. You know. It ain't gonna be, you know, I got that check. Man, bro, you got resources, you got cities.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? You got workers, you got citizens, you got slaves, you got gold, you ain't worried about having no check.
That's right.
No bank account. You are a king of 10 cities, man. That's a hell of a
That's
reward.
heavy. And you gotta be spiritual to see the spiritual bigger picture. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, like the brother said, 10 cities. That's a major accomplishment. But think about the kingdom, man. It could be 10 planets.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
10 whole planets you ruling over.
Yeah, bro.
And the Lord giving you that for your glory.
Right.
That's heavy as hell, man.
Yeah, that's real heavy, bro.
You know?
That's real heavy, huh?
Yep.
It says, verse 17, and he said unto him, well, thou good servant, because thou hast been faithful for in a very little, have thou authority over 10 cities. Verse 18. And the second came, saying, Lord, thy pound have gained 5 pounds. And he said likewise to him, be thou over also 5 cities.
See that? So the Lord gonna check everybody and see, like, hey, did you grow from where I started you? You know, let me see what you made, man. Let me see, you know what I'm saying? Did you, the Lord might have started you with faith. But he gonna look and see, well, did you add patience to your spirit?
Con.
Did you add righteousness? Did you add brotherly love? Did you add virtue, charity? He's looking to see, did you increase? You know what I'm saying? Did you grow? You know, and if the Lord see that, he gonna be like, oh man, you know what, man, you took this and you really took this truth and you took advantage of it, man. You know, you took advantage of the opportunity, man, and I'm gonna make you a king over this amount of cities.
God.
I'm gonna give you this amount of women. You know, this is gonna be your choice mineral in your area.
God.
It's gonna be rich, full of rubies and emeralds. That you own all of the rubies and emeralds in these quarters. Get your slaves, and you set up your portion of the kingdom of Yahweh Bashim Al-Shai. That's your portion over there. You go set that up. You take your slaves. You go set that up over there.
All right.
You know, that's heavy.
That's a ruling class mentality, man.
That's right.
This stuff that the elder brother is saying, man, like this is how Jake gonna be moving in our element, man.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? I got a precept from Elder Hawad out there in Raleigh.
Khan, Shalom, Elder.
Hey, Shalom, Hawad, Elder Hawad, Yahweh Shem Shabrakatah. All right, this is Hebrews chapter 6, verse 10. For Yahweh is not unrighteous to forget your work and labor of love.
Ooh, see, the Lord ain't unrighteous to forget what we doing out here. It's a labor.
That's right.
This is a labor of love. You gotta love working for this company.
That's
man.
right.
You gotta take pride in the company, man.
God.
When you work for a particular company, what do they tell you? You are the company.
God.
That's right.
Say you're the company. You know the company ain't the logo.
Right.
It's the people that represent the company.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the same thing with us.
That's
We gotta love this thing, man. We gotta represent this thing, man.
That's right.
God.
You know, we gotta show, that hey, our company is really worth. It's the top company,
God.
man. You might not see it because we in a garage right now. We building, but I'm telling you, if you invest in this, you know what I'm saying, we gonna move from the garage to we gonna get a plaza, building in the plaza. Then from this plaza, we just gonna monopolize, man.
God.
That's how you gotta look at this. You gotta believe in this brand, this company.
God.
It's a labor of love. You gotta love this thing, man.
God.
And then when you love it, you start to become the company, which is Yahweh Bashim Al-Shai's business.
That's right.
It's a spiritual business.
God.
And we invest. What do we invest? We invest our spirit into it.
That's right.
So that we can see what exponential growth.
That's it.
And while we invest into the company, we gotta work so that the company can grow.
Hey,
That's right.
this is truly our Father's business, man.
That's right.
Hey, brother breaking it down eloquently, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's what it is, man. You gotta have that business mindset when you in this truth, man. You know what I'm saying?
That's right, brother.
I'm gonna finish it off. Hebrews 6:10. All right. For Yahweh is not unrighteous to forget your work and labor of love, which you have showed towards his name, and that you have ministered to the saints and do minister.
That's right. So when you work for a company
Come.
and you got certain people that may be interested in your company, what do you do to that person that comes in? You serve them. Here's a pamphlet. You want a sample? You know what I'm saying?
Yep,
you know what I'm saying?
yep.
Now I'm gonna break it down to you. You know what I'm saying? We started here, we moved from here, we did this, and this is how we came about.
That's
this
right.
is the owner, Yahweh Shai. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like you literally a minister to the saints, to the customers.
God.
Because you're trying to get them to buy into the company.
That's right.
That's heavy.
And they see that you're invested into the company, so it's like, man, I see he's invested, he's fully convinced, he's fully invested into this company. Well, hey, maybe let me give it a shot. And then they give it a shot, and they're like, you know what? I believe in this company, man.
That's right.
As a matter of fact, I got a connection where we can move from the garage, and we could move into a big shopping plaza.
God.
There you go. It's growing now.
God.
Now it's growing.
God.
But all because what? Because you love your company and you laboring, you selling, you pushing this truth through the spirit, and you getting other members of the elect to invest their spirit into it.
That's heavy.
I had something
Go
to
ahead.
add.
Go ahead.
briefly.
I ain't got no.
I got something for you.
I just had something to add real briefly to what the elder brother saying, what the Aki was saying. That investment is stock,
Yep.
and the more stock you put into to that company, you know what I'm saying, the more it's gonna grow. And it's funny because the analogy in the world is people, they build up for their 401ks or whatever. This is spiritual stock that we invest in this company. And the company is the kingdom of heaven, and all the glory and everything that comes with the kingdom. And this is the scripture that's gonna go right into that.
Okay.
This is Revelation 3 and 11, it says, "Behold, I come quickly. Hold that fast which thou hast, that no man take thy crown." What we fighting for is that crown.
That's right, brother.
Yep.
That's what we fighting for.
That's right.
That crown, that well done, that crown, and for Yahweh Shah to say well done. It's him that overcometh will I make a pillar in the temple of my power, and he shall go no more out, and I will write upon him the name of my power and the name of the city.
It's the Lord going. The Lord is gonna make us into you know, we gonna be the supervisors of the company.
That's right.
We're gonna go from, you know, the laborers, you know, we're gonna get a promotion in the spirit because the company gonna grow.
Yep.
That's right.
You know, so it's like, okay, y'all gonna have to step up now and be supervisors, man. Y'all gonna have to oversee the company now.
Acts
That's right.
You know, and Acts the 20th chapter. You know, so this is where this thing is going. You know, in the spirit. All right, we about to see a level of growth that, hey, if we ain't ready for it, then we could get excused from this duty. You know, we have to be ready for this growth. We got to be preparing for this open house.
That's right.
You know,
precept
come, brother.
All
And,
right.
you know, after that, you know, we could, you know, record. We got to hit the road.
Calm, brother.
Yeah,
You
but
know,
look,
the spirit be
Hey,
moving,
man.
bro. You know,
This is a fire lesson to the spirit.
Man, I got 2 scripts I want to bring
Okay.
out. Actually 3, and that be
Okay,
it, brother.
come.
And can you hold first,
I'll get
2
one,
Peter
too.
2 Peter 1 and 10?
I'll get one of them too.
Okay,
I got 2 Peter.
2 Peter 1 and 10. All right, and then somebody hold Luke 2 and 49.
All right, come.
All right, just building on, laying back and on what the brother was saying, man.
You
This is
said
the
2 and
work.
49? Oh yeah.
Yeah, Khan. This is the work that we have to do. This is the laboring. This is the business of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man. All right, and we have to, as fellow laborers, we're pushing the business, man.
That's right.
We're pushing the company. All right. So
That's
this
right,
is 1 Thessalonians, all right, chapter 1, and I'm gonna start at verse 2 and end at 4. All right. So 1 Thessalonians chapter 1 verse 2, it says, we give thanks to Yahweh always for you all, making mentions of you in our prayers. Verse 3, the point. Remembering without ceasing your work of faith and labor of love and patience and hope in our Lord Hamashiach Yahushai and the sight of Yahweh and our Father. Verse 4, brethren, beloved, your election calling of the Most High. You see what I'm saying? So jumping back to verse 3, it says, remembering without ceasing your work of the faith and labor of love.
Showing you that it's a business.
Right.
You work at a job. You know, you don't work at Disney World.
Come.
Right.
You know, you work at a job.
Come.
You know, so this is a company. This is a business. It has to be treated like that.
Come.
You can't be in this thing, man. You know, all lackadaisical. You ain't doing no videos. You bullshitting at camp.
Come.
You know, hands in your pocket all the time. You don't want to speak. It's time to gather and link up. You don't want to link up. You don't want to pay your tithes.
Right.
You know, you don't want to do nothing when it comes to the company, but you just want to wait for it to grow so you can say, yeah, you
You're
know,
just trying to get a check.
Yeah, I used to work. I work with
Right.
them, man. You
That's
know,
right.
I'm on them, but you ain't even help get the company to where it need to be.
Come.
That's right.
You know, you just trying to, you know, bask in the glory of the company, but you ain't got no laborers to follow you up.
Right.
Man. You gotta love this thing, bro. You know, this is a company. This is business.
Come.
Say it's not personal. Jake, make this thing personal. You know, this is a business. You know, and it gotta run. It gotta run like that, man.
Come.
And when we say business, we ain't talking about a carnal business. We talking about a spiritual business.
That's
That's
it.
right.
You know, we establishing a rulership here. We establishing a kingdom.
Come.
All right, we establishing an economy.
That's right.
You know, right now, and we have to treat it as such. You know?
That's right.
You got it, bro.
And that word economy goes back to household management.
Yep.
All right. But verse 3 it says, remembering without ceasing your work of the faith and labor of love. And the point I want to stress is said without ceasing, man. Meaning there ain't no stopping, man. In season, out of season, man.
That's right.
All 4 seasons, all year round, man. This is the labor of love at work, man. Because we got, look, man, hey, we just to put an example, we had a brother that was catching hell that's not in the camp. All right. But if we didn't show up to camp that last weekend, he probably would have been fucked up in the spirit, man.
Yeah.
He said, I came all the way out here to get counsel because his family started to come against him because he believed in Yahweh Shah. Now just imagine if he wasn't there for him that Saturday.
That's right.
That's why it says, remember your work
man.
without ceasing, man. Your labor of love, man.
And that's how you got to look at it. man.
Gone.
That's right.
You know, not to cut you off. You
No,
gotta-
brother, that's the spirit. You know? That's serious, man. That brother was sincerely hoping to see us, man, to build his spirit up, man.
right.
The Lord accounted that, man.
That's right,
If we haven't been there, man, the Lord could have fucked us up for that,
Yeah,
man.
bro. Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? That's how serious this is, man. Can I get Luke 2 and 49,
Yep.
just to, you know, add on that.
I got it right here, brother.
Come.
Luke chapter 2, verse 49. It says, and he said unto them, as a matter of fact, I'm going to read up
Come,
just a little bit,
come.
the verse above.
Come.
It says, and when they saw him, they were amazed. And his mother said unto him, son.
Spirit.
It says, son, why hast thou thus dealt with us?
Come.
Behold, thy father and I have sought thee sorrowing. It says, and he said unto them,
Mhm.
how is it that ye sought me? Wish ye not that I must be about my father's business?
This was Yahushua said, I must be about my father's business, all right? That's the work. That's the ministry, man. We look up that word business, all right, in the Salakia. We look up that word work in the Greek is argon, and it means business, employment which one is occupied. The work of the ministry.
Yep.
You see? Got any more?
No, that was it.
Yeah.
You know, and you know, just to land back on what the brother's saying, Yahushua seen a potential in this company at a young age.
Come.
You know, he's seen, hey man, if we do this the right way, we can maximize our profit, man, tremendously.
That's right.
But I need some men to help me do this though, you know. So he became that sacrifice, man. You know, he became that sacrifice so that now, you know, after he's gone, he left the blueprint. And he like, look, I'm gonna be over here handling this portion, you know, setting it up in the heavens. I need y'all to hold it down there on the earth. But make sure I'm gonna give you the tool set. I'm gonna give you what you need. I gotta go over to this job site. I'm gonna give you what you need. You know, I'm gonna make, you know, but make sure you working, man. I need this done, man. All right. And he leaving it in our responsibility. You got niggas that just fucking up on the job.
Right. Sleep.
Like, bro, chill, bro. Fuck, nigga.
Skipping work.
You got people set up. You got people set up to tell you how to do the job. And Jake like, nah, bro, my dad, you know, I know HVAC, bro. But I didn't tell you to do HVAC, bro. I just told you to, you know, just screw this into the wall, bro.
Right.
That's it.
Right.
Just coming in, just totally throwing off the operation, man.
Got it.
But then you got serious-minded men, and they're like, okay, cool, I'm gonna work on that. You know what I'm saying? If you need me, brother, just let me know. I'll be over here. All right, cool. You need some tools? I got screws for you. I got this. I got everything you need. You just work on that. All right, Khan, the water, I'm gonna work on. I'm gonna have make sure everything is perfect. All right, cool, brother. Let's work together. Let's get it done. You got that going on in this thing too, you know. And because brothers is you know, doing that thing, the house of David is coming together, man.
That's right, brother.
The company is we about to have a grand opening, man.
That's right.
We about to have that grand opening, man.
That's right.
You know, so that's all I had, bro.
Yep.
You know?
We just got one last script
Yep.
to end it off. This is 2 Peter 1:10. It says, wherefore, the rather, brethren, give diligence to make your calling and election sure. For if ye do these things, ye shall never fall.
Right, you see? And the point of the matter, it says, give diligence, man. And when you're giving diligence, man, you're going to constantly be doing the work.
That's right, bro.
You're going to be doing the work without ceasing, man.
Yep.
You're going to be laboring like the Lord told you to labor, man. You're going to be doing everything the Lord said to do, man. All right? To make sure that your calling is an election sure, man.
Yeah, because you can, because the scriptures say you can make it sure.
Right.
You can go into the day of tribulation and the time of Jacob's trouble with a high level of assurity that you're gonna be saved, man. But you gotta start with your diligence now. You know, if you go all the way up until, you know, the missiles, and you still ain't took the chip, you know you did the work, you see the power of the Lord getting you out of situations in that time of trouble, you pretty much got 100% chance of making it away from the missiles, man. If you didn't escape all the way to that with resisting the devil, and you see the missiles is on the way, and you still, you know, believe and praying on the Lord, you about to get out of there.
Right.
There should be no doubt that you're not gonna make it out, man, because you know you did the work. I prayed, I fasted, you know what I'm saying? I got locked up for this, you know what I'm saying? I gathered a lot of people. I seen the Lord using me to do miracles, and I didn't take the chip all the way up until the time you see them missiles. Man, you gotta have confidence. I'm about to get out of here.
That's
man.
right.
I did everything the Lord told me to do.
That's right.
I know I'm about to get out of here. If the Lord would not let me get hit by no missile, I didn't even do nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's how you make it sure, through your diligence. You know, so you can make your election sure. You know, so
that's why you brothers out there, man, as the scriptures say, don't cast away your confidence, man.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? We need to have that confidence in Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai to help us make it through. You know what I'm saying? That confidence meaning still having a sense of humility, man. You know what I'm saying? Still having the low, humble spirit.
That's right.
But having that confidence in Yahweh Shai that he's going to protect us and guide us through the walk, you know?
That's right. Because nobody wants a son that's just, you know what I'm saying, that don't believe in him.
Right.
That's right.
Nobody
That don't
wants
believe
a
in
son
himself.
that just think you gonna fuck him up for no reason. Nobody wants a son like that. You want your son to be confident in you. You want your son to be like, man, I got the greatest father in the world, man.
Right.
You know, like I know, man, my dad not. I didn't even do nothing. My dad not gonna whoop me.
Right.
I did everything. I did the dishes. I made sure the house clean. Everything was good. Like he's not gonna. I'm not gonna get in trouble, man.
That's right.
And then if your father come home and he see you over in the corner like scared and shook, and he like, bro, what the fuck is wrong with you? You did everything I told you to do, bro. I'm not gonna do nothing to you, son. Come here, man. You know what I'm saying? It's all good. Like, you know what I'm saying? A father don't want a son that's just scared of him for no reason.
Right.
So that's how we gotta be. If we know we doing the right thing by Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, and we actually working on this company, gathering the fruit properly through the spirit, hey man, don't sweat it, man. The Lord got our back, man.
That's right, brother.
You know?
That's right.
So,
That's it.
yeah, you close that
Hey,
up.
well, look, we're going to close it out. You brothers that was watching the stream, man, I hope it was edifying, man. We want to give all praises and honor and glory to Yahweh, Hashem, Yahweh Shai. All right, double honors to our elders and apostles, a great millstone who taught us the truth, and double salutations to all your Akim nationwide that's teaching us truth
right.
with all righteousness and sincerity. Shalom.
Shalom.